Towns County will receive to start off today's ball game. And it looks as if we've already got our two return men back there. I believe last week it was Will Travis getting the chance to return the ball, as well as Garrett Oakes. And we see Will Travis come out here. He steps his way back to the 13-yard line, inching his way back to the 10-yard line. And on the opposite side, to the left side, it's the far side from the press box, we've got number 5, Garrett Oakes, who's a sophomore, running back and defensive backs. You've got number 6, Will Travis back there, a senior. He's a wide receiver and defensive back. So, things are started here. The kicker comes out for the Andrews Wildcats, and I believe that's number 1, Tucker Holloway. And he also plays quarterback here for the Andrews Wildcats. He's 6'1", 145 pounds, and he's a sophomore. So here comes Holloway setting the ball up on the tee. He steps back to the 35-yard line, inching his way back to the 30. Both teams are set here to start off tonight's ball game. And we are just now underway. 12 minutes each quarter here in high school football in the state of Georgia. And here's the kick by Holloway. And catching it there at the 10-yard line, Towns County will fake an end around. Will Travis has the football up to the 15-yard line and makes his way to the 20-yard line. He slipped up at the 20, so Towns County will start off the ball game with the ball in their hands, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Will Travis with a return about 10 yards. He made the catch at the 10, pushes his way forward up to the 15, and trips down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Towns County. And they'll have the ball on their own 20-yard line to start off today's ball game. Of course, Trent Bradshaw playing quarterback. To his right, we have number 9, Alan Gillis. And here's the snap. It's a high one. Bradshaw able to get it, dumps it off to number 9, Gillis. Gillis runs to the 30-yard line, 35-40, and finally shoved out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That's enough for a Towns County first down by number 9, Alan Gillis, who gets a nice 20-yard reception almost for Towns County. They're going to mark him at the 38-yard line. So now 1st and 10 after the gain of 18 for Towns County. And Andrews Wildcats was not expecting that. Trent Bradshaw had a bad snap to him, but he was able to handle it pretty well. Here comes Bradshaw. Handoff. No, he fakes it, and Bradshaw's going to keep it. He loses the football. There's a loose football on the play at the 35-yard line. And Andrews Wildcats come up with this football. Number 44, that is Makai Smith, recovering the fumble. And I'm not sure if it was just punched out there. Trent Bradshaw today looked like it was going to be a play-action pass. He decided to keep it, and the ball was knocked out there by the defender. So now Andrews will have it 1st and 10 from Towns County's 35-yard line. And playing quarterback for the Wildcats is number 1, Tucker Holloway. 1st and 10 now from the Indians' 35-yard line. A fumble on the second play of the ball game is not the way they wanted things to start off at home. But Towns County fans still are making a lot of noise here. Here's the pitch play to the left side. Gets out to the 35-yard line. Pushed down out of bounds by Will Travis. So gain of 5 there, just a quick pitch play to the left side. And that was number 15 with a carry. That's Gavin Wilson. So it was a deep pitch. Wilson came to the left side, caught the ball 5 yards back from the line of scrimmage, ends up getting nowhere. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Tucker Holloway has one back set. Holloway hands it off up the gut, and he's going to fight his way forward for 3 yards, maybe 3 yards. You're looking at 3rd down and 7. That was number 15, Wilson with a carry. Brought down by number 11, Swanger of the Towns County Indians. So 3rd down and 7 following that fumble on the first offensive drive for the Indians. 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. 3rd and 7 for Andrews Wildcats. And their quarterback is Tucker Holloway, 6'1", 145. And he's a sophomore here for Andrews. 3-back set. Wildcats await the snap, maybe get an off, try to get the defense to jump off sides. Handoff goes there up the middle for a gain of 1. And that was number 2, White with the carry. And number 55, Calhoun, Wesley Calhoun making the tackle. 4th down and about 3 yards for the Wildcats. What will they do here? It's their first offensive possession. They forced a fumble defensively, And now the Indians will have to play defense. It's 4th down and about 3. And the Wildcats are going to set up here to go for it. And might as well. A punt here would not really do well. And a field goal is almost too long to make. Here's the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. He's met immediately there by Towns County defenders. And he might have gotten a first down there. And they will signal another first down for the Andrews Wildcats. That's Gavin Wilson. And 3 Towns County defenders able to swarm over there and make the tackle. So 1st and 10 now for the Andrews Wildcats from the Towns County 24-yard line. Defensively, Towns County would like to hold this team to maybe 3 points on this possession. 1st and 10 following the handoff that went to the left side. And the Wildcats will have it under center. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper on the play. It's Holloway fighting his way forward and really got dragged down there from behind. They ripped on his jersey, and Towns County Indian defender able to bring him down just before Holloway got a Wildcat first down. So 2nd down and 2, a gain of 8 on that quarterback scramble directly up the gut for Holloway. Sun is starting to fall down over the ridges, starting to set here. It's roughly 75 degrees here at Frank McClure Stadium in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia. 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Holloway under center. Defense is playing a blitz. They're showing blitz. And that's a false start. And it looked as if the tight end on the outside jumped early. And that's exactly the call. That's a false start there on Andrews Wildcats. And that'll cost them 5 yards here. But the down will stay the same. 2nd down and 7 for Andrews Wildcats. Following that false start there by the Wildcats tight end. And now the Wildcats will come with 2 receivers out wide, 1 here to the near side, 2 back set with Holloway awaiting the shotgun snap. Holloway tries to get them to jump off sides, can't do it. Holloway throws it. It's caught by number 8. That's Mathis, and a nice play there, able to come off 2 defenders, and they pick up an Andrews Wildcat first down. Just a nice quick dart pass there from Holloway, and Cody Mathis ran kind of a drag route and turned upfield and caught the pass for 7 or 8 yards. So that's enough for a Wildcats first down. They'll have it 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. So Wildcats are moving the ball pretty well right now. They've had 2 third down conversions on this possession, and here comes Holloway under center, 2 back set, 2 receivers out near side. Handoff goes directly up the middle. Towns County read that one well, but he's able to fight his way forward for about 4 yards. A nice little scamper up the gut there by the running back. And that was number 2, Landon White with the carry. Making a tackle for the Towns County Indians was Reagan. And now it'll be 2nd and goal from Towns County's 3-yard line. And we are 4 minutes into this ball game, down to 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Holloway, 3 back set. Holloway looks at the defensive line, decides his audible. Holloway takes a snap, gives it directly up the middle. The running back's going to be stopped immediately in the backfield. A great effort there by number 9, Alan Gillis. He had running room to really try to truck over Alan Gillis, and the running back, Wilson, had a chance to do so, and he did fight his way forward, but Gillis did not like what he saw, decided to get the leverage on the running back and shove him backwards. So 3rd down and goal from about the 1, maybe 2-yard line for Andrews Wildcats. 3rd and goal. And now they'll have a 3-back set once again. Holloway takes a snap. And it's a handoff that goes directly up the middle for the first touchdown of tonight's ball game. And the Wildcats get on the scoreboard first on a 3rd down and goal conversion. That's number 15, Gavin Wilson, for 6. 6-0 the score here. Now we await the extra point by the Andrews Wildcats. And coming out to kick this is number 20. And here's the extra point. He gets set. Official gives the go-ahead. Wildcats score at the 7-minute, 12-second mark in the first quarter. Here's the field goal for the extra point, and it is good. 7-0, the Wildcats lead the Towns County Indians here on Lake 97.7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
And there's the kickoff following the touchdown. That's Holloway with a nice kick that goes to about the 5-yard line. And Will Travis for the Indians returns this one up to the 25-yard line. And a nice kick there by Holloway, and that'll set the Towns County Indians up near the 26, 27-yard line. 1st and 10. 7-0 is the score here. 7 minutes, 6 seconds remain here at the Frank McClure Stadium. And it is a 7-0 ball game. Towns County fumbled the ball on the second play of the first drive, and they're looking to change things up. Here comes the handoff. And that's number 11, Swanger, and he tries to stumble his way forward for 2 yards, but I think he maybe got 1 yard. So Tyler Swanger got initially hit in the backfield, able to stumble his way forward for a gain of 1. That will bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Indians following the 1-yard run by Swanger. So Towns County looking to switch things up here and try to get some points up on the board. They've had the ball one time already in this quarter, and they fumbled the ball, which led to a 7-point drive by the Andrews Wildcats. So here comes 2nd and 9. Bradshaw with a quick option, dump off to number 9. That's Alan Gillis, makes a guy miss, runs outside, and he has enough for a Towns County first down. He's able to fight his way forward and runs out of bounds near the 33-yard line for a Towns County first down. Correction, 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Towns County now. They'll have it. A nice run there off the pitch play to Alan Gillis. 1st and 10 now following the 11-yard run there by Alan Gillis. Towns County comes out with the receiver out here to the near side. That's number 3, Sosby. Bradshaw has a running back right behind him. Bradshaw calls a man in motion. There's a fumble football on the snap once again, and Bradshaw does recover this one, but a late flag comes in there after the whistle was blown. So we'll see what the call is here following the fumble. Towns County fortunately does recover the loose football.
False start.
And they will call a false start there against Towns County. Lucky break there. Luckily, Towns County recovered their own fumble. That's the second fumble here in the first quarter. So 1st and 15 now for Towns County, trailing 7-0 here against the Andrews Wildcats. And Trent Bradshaw will go directly under center, has a running back in the backfield, calls Swanger. And another loose ball is on the turf. And another fumble there for Towns County, and Andrews is saying they have it. We'll have to see. Still a little bit of a confusion there by the officials. And Towns County clearly came up with that. That's number 78, Jake Parker, one of the seniors here at Towns County, with a lucky and a great play, able to recover the fumble. But Towns County will take a timeout here with 5 minutes, 31 seconds to go. We'll be right back with more Towns County Indian football on Lake 97.7.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Back here at the Frank McClure Stadium, and the Towns County Indians have the football. It's 2nd and 13. Bradshaw's going to dump it off there to number 9, Gillis. Gillis picks up 3, and he's hit there at the 36-yard line. 3rd down and 12 for Towns County. Just about 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Andrews Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina leads the Towns County Indians 7-0. And the ball is actually marked at the 35-yard line. Towns County will have it 3rd and 13. And they are looking to really move the ball. 2 fumbles. Lucky break there for Towns County. We are very fortunate to have recovered that one. And now Towns County comes out in a shotgun formation with Swanger to Bradshaw's right. Bradshaw dropping back, 25-yard line, rolls left, throws it across his body, and he has a receiver who makes the catch. A nice gain of 6 or 7. but that is not enough for a Towns County's first down. That will bring up fourth down for the Indians, trailing this one 7-0. And that was number 3, Logan Sosby, making the catch.
Ball on the 43.
Gain of about 6 on the play, so fourth down now for Towns County, and it looks as if they're going to come out in a punt formation. Trent Bradshaw back here at their own 30-yard line, and the Andrews Wildcats are expecting a punt. They have 2 return men back. Indians will have 1 more player come from the sidelines and get on that offensive line. And we await the snap on this punt, fourth down at 5. Here comes Bradshaw, gets a snap, punts this one away, a nice solid punt. And the ball is fumbled on the fair catch. There's a fight for the football, and the Indians have made their way down there to the 25-yard line. And the Wildcat called for a fair catch, muffled the football, and the Wildcats are able to recover their own fumble there. But if you're going to make that decision, I guess he just saw Will Travis, who's a big guy, right in his face running down the field. Will Travis, a senior here at the Towns County High School, all in the return man's face. And Andrews is able to recover the football. They'll have it first and 10, 7-0 the score, 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And here come the Wildcats from their own 25-yard line. Here's a handoff that goes to the left side, up to the 30-yard line. That running back carried 3 defenders, and that was number 2, White, with the carry. Picks up 6 yards. And really, just to describe that play, 3-back set, takes the direct snap and just hands it to his left side, and the running back able to stumble his way forward for 6 yards. Second down and 4 now for the Andrews Wildcats. And we are glad that you have tuned in here on 97.7 WJUL for Towns County football. It's the second home game of the season for Towns County, and the Indians trail this one so far early in the first quarter, 7-0. Here's a snap. Holloway's going to throw it down the field, and that one is incomplete. That's the first real throw that we've seen down the field by Tucker Holloway, and this Wildcats offense took the snap, dropped maybe 2, lobbed it up to his receiver, and it was overthrown, intended for Zach Shepard. Third down and 4. And Holloway really wanted to connect on that one. They had a nice first down if that was a little bit more of a prettier pass thrown by Holloway. So third down and 4 following the incomplete pass. And Holloway takes a snap. They're going to hand it right back up the middle. And he's able to scatter his way through the middle of that defensive line and get up to the 35-yard line. And we await the signal. It's close if he's got a first down or not. Officials come out.
Wilson on the carry again.
And the ball still has not been spotted. And the officials kind of looking over to the line judge to see where to put this ball exactly. And he's going to mark this football right at the 35-yard line. Maybe just a hair, maybe an inch shy of the 35-yard line. But they did signal a first down. A first down for Andrews Wildcats following the handoff that goes for 4 or 5 yards. Clock is still ticking here in the first quarter. Indians trail this one 7-0. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Towns County defensively coming out here, really stacking the box. They expect a run from this Wildcats offense. Here comes the snap, and no, they're going to throw the ball. Holloway trying to evade the defender. A good blitz there by Towns County, running Holloway to the outside, and the Indians have a sack, their first defensive sack of the ball game. They bring down Holloway at the 31-yard line for a loss of 4. A nice sack there, and I believe that was number 11, Tyler Schwanger. Second and 14 now for the Andrews Wildcats. And the quarterback there, that was Tucker Holloway, rolled right under pressure, had time to get rid of the football, throw the ball away. He decides to try to make a play with his feet, and he is dropped for a loss of 4. A nice play defensively by the Towns County Indians. Here comes Holloway under center, takes a snap. Handoff goes to the right side, and somehow that running back stumbles his way forward for 5 yards. He was met immediately in the backfield by 2 Towns County defenders, and they were both defensive line. But these running backs are able to stumble their way forward, and they do not go down after first contact. Initial contact has not been a good stop so far for Towns County. They need to come up and have 2 or 3 more guys assist, because these running backs, they're stumbling forward for 4 yards after initial contact. So third down and about 8, maybe 9 yards now. 7-0, the Wildcats lead the Towns County Indians. Here comes Holloway, 2 running backs. Holloway's going to throw the ball to his left side. It's caught by number 8. That's Mathis, and he stiffs arm his way up to the 46-yard line. And that's enough. It's awful close to enough for another Wildcats first down. So Holloway took the snap in shotgun formation, stayed put in his spot, and tossed the ball to the left side to his tight end. That's number 8, Cody Mathis, who gets the first down. He laid a good stiff arm there on the Towns County defensive end. So first down and 10 now for Andrews Wildcats. 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Clock still ticks after the first down. Andrews has the ball at their own 45-yard line. Here comes Holloway. Handoff goes directly to the right side. Fights his way forward through a tackle. And it's finally wrapped up there at the 50-yard line. A nice shoestring tackle there by the Towns County defender, number 33, Andrew Griffin.
Making the stop.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 now for Andrews. They are at the midfield logo. Towns County has that beautiful white and blue Towns County logo at the 50-yard line, and that's exactly where this ball is put. The Andrews Wildcats have it 2nd and 6. Holloway still has 2 running backs. 1 receiver out far side, 1 receiver out near side. Holloway drops back, tries to unload a pass deep down the field, and there's a play on the ball defensively. And great coverage there by number 5, Garrett Oakes, and he just jumped 2 feet up in the air to play that ball. This guy's one of the smaller guys on the field, but he plays with the most effort and the most heart out of any one of these guys. He covered a big, tall receiver as well. Kind of a bad pass there thrown by Holloway, but the receiver did have a chance to play the ball, and Garrett Oakes had other plans. It's 3rd down and 6 now for the Andrews Wildcats from the 50-yard line. 7-0 the score here on WJUL, the talk of the Indians. And here comes the snap. Handoff goes directly up the middle, and fighting his way down to the 44-yard line is the Andrews Wildcat running back, and they'll be shy of the first down, but that will do it for the first quarter. 7-0 the score. The Wildcats lead the Indians. We will be right back here on 97.7 in 60 seconds. Back here at the Frank McClure Stadium in beautiful Hiawassee, the sun has officially almost set. Maybe a good 15 minutes until it officially gets dark here, but we've got a nice view, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Andrews Wildcats. They need 2 yards here. Here's the snap. Holloway hands it off once again directly to his left side. The running back stumbles his way forward once again for 3 yards, and he has enough for a Wildcats first down. So Andrews able to really convert these 3rd and 4th down conversions. And it'll be 1st and 10 now. The score 7-0. 11 minutes, 50 seconds remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. And the Indians trailing 7-0 to the Wildcats. Offensively, the Indians did not come out as well as they would have liked to against the Wildcats, but there's still plenty of time in this ball game. We've only gone through 1 quarter. Here comes 1st and 10. Andrews Wildcats have 3 running backs, and there's a flag down before the snap, and to me that looked like a false start there on the Wildcats, and it's got to be one. Official signals the call, and that's exactly what it is. That will cost the Wildcats 5 yards, 1st and 15 now, following the false start penalty. So Wildcats have played a pretty clean game when it comes to penalties. We've seen an even amount of false starts for both teams, not really playing as precise as they would like to. Both offensive lines, maybe I think they have each 2 false starts penalties here early in this game in the first half. So here come the Andrews Wildcats, 7-0, 1st and 15 now from their 49-yard line. Here comes Holloway, takes the snap, rolls right down the field, and it's almost intercepted, but it's caught off the deflection by a Wildcat receiver. That's number 8, Mathis. And nice play there to really keep his eye on the ball after a defender broke that pass up for the Indians. And I believe that's number 54 who played the ball well, Shane Sparks. He broke up that pass, really came down here to the near sideline. He got both hands on the ball, but it was a bullet pass from Holloway and went off the hands of the defender, bobbled up in the air, and Cody Mathis turns around, and the ball lands right there in his hands. Pickup of about 13. So 2nd down and 2 now from the Indians' 36-yard line. 2nd and 2. Here come the Wildcats. 2 running backs set, 2 receivers, 1 far side, 1 near side. Here comes a quarterback keeper to Holloway, and he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. He gets nowhere, so that's the first time that the Wildcats have ran the ball and been stopped deliberately on the first second of the snap. So nice tackle there by the defensive end of the Indians. And that will bring up 3rd down and 2 now for Andrews. The score 7-0. Towns County's defense is looking to make a play on the ball. Definitely force a 4th down here. That would be big because this field goal, they're at the 36-yard line. This would be a huge field goal for a high school kicker. Here comes Holloway with a quarterback keeper, fights his way forward, and oh my goodness, he stumbled his way forward for a Andrews Wildcats 1st down. Once again, they are really just stumbling their way through the hole of that defensive line of Towns County, and they're almost making it look easy on the 3rd down conversions. 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats, and a tackle was made there by the defensive back, Trent Bradshaw. 1st and 10. 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 the score, and the crowd is still making some noise here for the Towns County Indians. Here's a snap. They're going to hand it off to the left side. He's tackled immediately by a Towns County linebacker and the defensive lineman, Jake Parker. Gain of 3 still, though. He was hit almost immediately, and he gets 3 yards. 2nd and 7. We've seen quite a bit of that. Running back able to really fight through the first initial contact and get 2 or 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 now. The Wildcats lead at 7-0. And I know John Cornett, the head coach of these Towns County Indians, is very excited to be back here on the sidelines coaching this team. And we are going to have a timeout taken by the Andrews Wildcats. That's their first. We'll be right here in just 60 seconds with more Towns County football on Lake 97.7.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Back here for high school football just in time as the Andrews Wildcats are about to take a snap. 2nd and 7 from the Indian side of the field, and a nice trick play there by the Wildcats. Somehow the running back gets the football and runs directly up the gut, and Towns County able to swarm their way over there, just allowing 3 yards. So the Wildcats are probably averaging close to 4 yards per carry so far here in the first half, and we've seen a lot of rushing plays by this Wildcats offense. 3rd down and about 5, maybe 4 yards for Andrews. Clock still ticks. 8 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the first half to score 7-0. Holloway takes a snap, hands it off to his scat back, who gets maybe a yard. He's met immediately there by the big guy, number 78, Jake Parker. And that was a nice defensive play by Jake Parker, able to come off one block and make his way to the left side and make a tackle, which ranks on 4th down and 3 from the Towns County Indians' 23-yard line. The Wildcats are moving from the left-hand side to the right side, and they are wearing the white tops with dark gray pants and a bright red helmet. Towns County wearing all blue jersey, blue pants, as well as a blue helmet. 4th down and 3 now for the Wildcats. Here's a snap. Holloway dropping, looking left. He's going to be hit in the backfield, and he is sacked. The first huge play there defensively for the Indians, and none other than number 11, Tyler Schwanger, who sacks Holloway, and that will be a turnover on downs. A loss of 4 there. A nice play. It was a blitz from the outside, and Tyler Schwanger got his hands on Holloway to get the sack, and that might be exactly what Towns County needed here to get some points up on the scoreboard. 7-0 the score. Offensively, maybe not exactly how they'd like this thing to start off. Have not scored any points through the first quarter, and a few minutes into the second, still scoreless. Here come the Indians from their own 30-yard line following a Tyler Swanger sack. First big defensive play there for the Indians of the night, and that was crucial. 1st and 10 now. Bradshaw takes a snap off the shotgun snap, and there is a flag down before the snap. That's got to be a false start called against the Indians. And 2 or 3 minutes ago, I was talking about both offensive lines. They each have 2 false starts, and after that big play defensively, the defense looking onto the field, not really happy after that big play, and then they get the false start penalty. 1st and 15 now. They'll push that back 5 yards to their own 25-yard line. It still remains first down on the down marker on the far side. So here comes Trent Bradshaw, the quarterback, wearing number 4, takes a snap. Quarterback keeper off the PA read. Bradshaw spins his way forward up to the 37-yard line. A nice play there by Trent Bradshaw. Had one man to beat, gets away from him, and then spins his way from a defender and trips up there near the 37-yard line. A nice gain, which calls on for 2nd down and 4.
2nd down and 4.
And here come the Towns County Indians with a nice play offensively, even following a 1st down false start. So here comes Will Travis on the near side. He's a big, tall receiver for the Indians, a great playmaker. Here comes Bradshaw, calls Gillis in motion. Handoff goes to Gillis. Running back fights his way to the 40-yard line, and he's met immediately by number 8, Mathis. And they each exchange a few words after the tackle, but they will say it's enough for a Towns County 1st down. 1st and 10 following the Gillis 1st down carry. And the clock here shows 7 minutes, 18 seconds. And it still shows that 7-0 scoreboard. So here come the Towns County Indians, huddled up, waiting for a play call from Trent Bradshaw, the leader of this Towns County offense. Bradshaw claps his hands, goes up to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, he's got Tyler Swanger in the backfield to his right-hand side. In a shotgun formation. Here comes Bradshaw, takes a snap, rolling right, moves his way forward. A throw on the run is beautiful and is completed to his Towns County receiver. And he has plenty for a 1st down. That's number 10, Colin Crowder. And last week he did play a pretty big part offensively for the Indians. And we see him early here in the second quarter. A nice gain of 11 to pick up the 1st down. But a beautiful throw there thrown by Trent Bradshaw on the run, rolling to the right-hand side and completes the pass. It was a throw into the flats, which Crowder able to work his way up to get 9 or 10 yards after the catch. So here comes 1st and 10 from the Wildcats' 47-yard line. Bradshaw with the option, dumps it off to his running back, and that's Gillis with a stiff arm, a nice stiff arm down to the 43-yard line, a gain of 4. Towns County will have it, 2nd and 6 now.
3 yards.
And we thank you once again for tuning in to 97.7 WJUL, the voice of the Towns County Indians. I'm Chris Mathis here. 2nd down and 6. Trent Bradshaw makes his way over to the huddle. They get the play call. Now he tells his players to go out there, get set, and they are trying to score a touchdown. That would be huge here in this second quarter. 3-back set now for Trent Bradshaw. Bradshaw calls one of the backs in motion. Bradshaw hands it off to the up back, who gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. He's met immediately there by number 15 of the Wildcats. That's number 15, Gavin Wilson, making the tackle. And that will bring up 3rd down. So Towns County tried to do another trick play, and the running back got stopped immediately. Towns County's Trent Bradshaw has done a great job not only throwing the football, but rushing the football as well. So Andrews Wildcats are very aware of what number 4 is doing at all times. 3rd and 6 now for the Indians from the Wildcats' 42-yard line. This might be the best drive of the night for the Indians. Here's the snap, and the officials will stop play once again. They come over to the sideline. They're going to tell head coach John Cornett exactly what happened, and that's another false start. So Towns County moves the football well, and then they kind of push themselves back with another false start here at the 5.5-minute mark remaining in the second quarter. So that 5-yard penalty will set up 3rd down and 11 for Towns County. And they had a great drive really going for them. And the last time they had a false start, the next play they picked up the first down. This is a little bit different as it's 3rd down and 11. So we'll see what happens. Trent Bradshaw has a running back to his left side. Bradshaw in shotgun formation takes a snap, dropping back at the 44-yard line. Tries to scramble with it. There's a flag that's thrown in. Bradshaw fights his way forward down to the 37-yard line. Just shy of the first down, but a flag is thrown near the 48-yard line. Almost near where a block would have been made by a Towns County lineman. There's an Andrews Wildcat defender down, but let's stick with this unless it's something serious. But he's back up, maybe just a quick cramp session. And cramps are definitely notable. They are known to happen, especially on such a pretty humid night here in Hiawassee, Georgia. Flag is still down at the 48-yard line. A nice play there by Trent Bradshaw. Waited until someone got open. Nobody was able to get open, and he takes off, shows off his wheels, and picks up 8 yards. But there's another flag called against Towns County, and this one's going to be a holding call. And that's the first hold called on this Towns County Indians offense all night. And with that injury timeout, the clock does stop. Injured player walked over to the sidelines for the Wildcats. And that is a holding penalty against Towns County. So they continue to make great plays, and then they kind of shoot themselves in the foot with either a false start or a hold. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long from their own 42-yard line. They were just at the Wildcats' 48. Now they're pushed back to their own 42. 3rd down and about 20 yards, maybe even 23. Here's the snap now. Bradshaw has a running back to his right side. Here comes Bradshaw rolling right. A nice play. Handed off to Alan Gillis. Alan Gillis shuffles his way through 2 defenders, still fighting his way forward, and brought down after a gain of maybe 6-7 yards. Alan Gillis played last week, had a 61-yard touchdown run on 4th down and 1. A gain of 7 on that carry will bring up another 4th down for the Indians. And this time I do not think they are going to try to score a touchdown, as it's 4th down and 14. And Trent Bradshaw on to punt. He'll stand back at their 36-yard line. 4th down and 14. Here comes Bradshaw awaiting the snap. Here's the snap. Bradshaw gets it, pumps this one away, and the Wildcats, Cody Mathis calls a fair catch. He fumbles the ball, and they will down him at the 11-yard line. That's the second time tonight that a Wildcat special teamer has called a fair catch and fumbled the ball, and Towns County may be 2 steps away from recovering that loose football. But a nice punt there by Trent Bradshaw puts the Wildcats in a bad position, pinned up at their 11-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. And looking at the scoreboard, 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the second quarter. And the score 7-0. Towns County really moved the ball well in that drive, got 2 penalties in a row. One was a false start, the next was a hold. And that will set up the Andrews Wildcats for the football from their own 11-yard line. Andrews runs the ball quite a bit. They have 2 backs set. And here's the snap. Holloway, and that's got to be a false start on Andrews of Andrews, North Carolina. They clearly, both backs, moved forward before the ball was even snapped, and that's an easy call there for the line judge. Cost them 5 yards, so now they'll be at their own 6-yard line. 1st and 15. Towns County's defense had a great drive defensively, as number 11 playing a little defensive end, maybe outside linebacker. Tyler Swanger got a big sack there on Tucker Holloway, and Towns County unable to score a touchdown on that possession, but now a nice punt by Bradshaw sets up the Wildcats in a bad position. Then the penalty, and we're going to see Holloway take the quarterback keeper around the left side of that offensive line and fights his way forward to the 11-yard line. A gain of about 4. 2nd down, 11 yards to go for the Wildcats. They lead 7-0 over your Towns County Indians.
2nd down and
4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And it's a big night here at the Towns County High School. It's 2018 homecoming, and we've already got the homecoming court set. And they've got a lot of students here that are on that court. And here comes the handoff to the Wildcats up to the 15-yard line.
Ball carried by White.
Once again, White, the running back, that's Landon White, fights his way forward after initial contact and gets 3 yards. 3rd and 7 now for the Andrews Wildcats from their 15-yard line. Towns County defense waiting around trying to make a play on the ball, but it's kind of hard to do when all this Wildcats team does is run the football. That's exactly what they've done. I believe they're close to 18 plays offensively, and 13 have been running football plays. So now, 3rd down and 7. This time it looks like it's going to be a pass. They've got trips right set offensively, and they've got one running back. Now they call it a tight end in motion. And the ball is fumbled, and the quarterback, Holloway, able to recover the fumble. And the tight end that came in motion took off before he had the ball in possession, and that ball just hit the turf. If Towns County defensive linemen would have saw that ball get loose, they would have recovered that ball and probably taken that for 6 yards. That ball was fumbled at the Wildcats' own 11-yard line. So now the Wildcats will have to punt. 4th down and 11 from their own 11-yard line, and the Towns County Indians have a return man near midfield. Alan Gillis, here's the snap, bad snap. It's recovered by the punter, and the punt rolls its way forward to the 45-yard line. And that was Mathis who downed the ball. They're going to mark it actually at the 47. So now the Indians will have great field position. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 47 with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10. What can Trent Bradshaw and this Towns County offense do? They probably should try to take a shot down the field. You've got Will Travis here on the near side, and he's a big, tall guy, close to 6'5", one of the premier playmakers on this football team. 1st and 10. Here comes Bradshaw, directly under the center. 2 receivers out wide. Bradshaw calls a man to the right side. Bradshaw fakes one handoff, gives it to the other back, and Alan Gillis is going to be tackled for a loss of 5. And there's a bit of a scuffle after the play. And a Wildcat defender, the one that made the tackle, a little slow to get up, but he is fine. That is number 3 for the Wildcat, and he's able to get up Shepard. So now that will bring up 3rd down and roughly 15 yards for the Towns County Indians from their 49-yard line. Clock continues to tick here. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. We trail at 7-0 to the Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina. Bradshaw takes the snap, pump fakes once, rolling left, now decides to go against his body. Throws it across his body to the right side. And it is a caught ball on the PA comeback by Alan Gillis. There's a flag down at the 44-yard line, and that's in the backfield. That's going to be a holding call against the Indians. So Bradshaw was under pressure, about to get sacked, and then it seems once as they threw that flag, Bradshaw was able to go to the right side and evade pressure. So a clear holding call, an easy call there for the official. And they will come over here to the 44-yard line and pick that flag up. And just a couple too many penalties than the Towns County Indians would like offensively. They started off at the Wildcats' 47-yard line. After that penalty, it's a 10-yard holding call. They will now be at their own 34. So 2nd down and a plethora now for the Towns County Indians. What are they going to try to do? You try to get maybe 7 or 8 yards on a handoff and then make it a more manageable 3rd down? Or do you take a shot here and then try to run the football on 3rd down? Here comes 2nd and long now for Towns County, trailing 7-0. Bradshaw has a running back to his left. Here's a snap. Bradshaw rolls right, pitches the ball forward to a running back. Tyler Schwanger across midfield, and that's a horse collar all day. He stayed in bounds, and they're going to roll him down at the 50. They missed an easy horse collar. I'm not sure how they did not call that a penalty on the Andrews Wildcats. That was Tyler Schwanger who just really hit that second speed, hit that next gear, and he got 7 or 8 yards. And I think he had a chance to get easily the 1st down, maybe even get down to the 20-yard line if there was no horse collar. But the official doesn't call it horse collar. So now the Towns County Indians have it 3rd and 16. Bradshaw takes the snap, rolling left, under pressure, stops, plants his feet, and it is almost intercepted. Two Wildcat defenders ran into each other, and they wish they wouldn't have. That would have been going the other way, possibly for 6. And number 3 kind of made a play on the ball, Zach Shepard, and ran into his other defensive back, number 15, his teammate Gavin Wilson. So 4th down once again for the Indians in 16. 4th and 16 following the incomplete pass. A minute, 57 seconds remain in the second quarter. And Trent Bradshaw will have to come back out here to punt. So that drive went nowhere but backwards for the Towns County Indians. 4th and 16. And the Wildcats will have 2 return men back to return this punt. Both placed at the 20-yard line. Here comes Bradshaw, punts the ball at the 40-yard line. And this one's a high punt. This time a fair catch is made at the 17-yard line, and actually the Wildcats do not fumble this one. So first time for the special teams of the Andrews Wildcats that they did not fumble the punt. 1st and 10 now from their own 17-yard line. Looking over here at the scoreboard, we have a minute 51 in the first half, and then the Towns County High School will have their 2018 homecoming ceremony, and it's going to be a big night. If you are listening now and you are in the Towns County area, go ahead and head on over here to support this Towns County High School and their homecoming court. So here come the Wildcats on 1st and 10. And this one off directly up the left side, and he will fight his way forward for a gain of 5. And that was number 2 with the carry, Landon White. He's got the ball 5 or 6 times. Met there immediately by Jake Parker, defensive lineman for this Indians football team. And the Indians defensively have shown some flashes of some good plays. They sure have, and they have not allowed any points since that first possession of the Wildcats. But offensively, the Indians looking a little bit flat to start up this ball game. And here comes a flag before the snap, and that's a false start called against the Andrews Wildcats. And offensively, both teams not really playing up to their expectations coming into this ball game. Another false start. 2nd down and the 5-yard penalty by the Andrews Wildcats. The referee blows his whistle, waves his arm back in a motion of almost rowing a boat. So that means the clock will continue. A minute 5, still ticking down to 1 minute. Here comes the snap. Going up the left side is the running back. Gain of 6 on the play. And Towns County there to prevent a first down on 2nd down. So that will bring up 3rd down. Will Travis came over there from the defensive back position and came up and played the ball well. The running back got 5 yards, but Will Travis was not going to allow any more yards after that. 3rd down and 4 for the Andrews Wildcats. They lead your Towns County Indians 7-0. 30 seconds here. Are they going to try to get off a snap? And they will. Holloway going to keep it. And the quarterback, Holloway, pushes his way forward for 2 yards. That will bring up 4th down. And I believe we have a Towns County Indian timeout here in the first half, as there are 20 seconds left on the clock. The score 7-0. The Andrews Wildcats lead. Towns County will take their 2nd timeout of the first quarter, and we're going to stick with this one, talk a little bit of how this first half has gone for both teams. So let's start off with the Towns County Indians as they received the ball to start off the ball game, and got a nice play on the first play of the ball game, picked up a first down. The second play, the Indians fumbled. Then the Andrews Wildcats took over in great field position and scored on the 4th play of the drive a touchdown to make it 7-0. And since then, it's really been which offense wants it more. And so far, neither offense is playing their best football. It's 4th down and 2. Andrews looks as if they're going to come out and punt this football. Towns County just took their 2nd timeout. Just under 20 seconds to go in the first half. 7-0 the score. And none other than your very own Will Travis will come back to the 42-yard line. Wildcats will have the ball at the 25. That's where the snap will be. And they're going to have Holloway come out to punt this football. He sits back at the 11-yard line. Here's the punt. Holloway puts this one high into the air, and it bounces its way down to the 44-yard line. A nice play there by a special teamer, the gunner, number 13 for the Andrews Wildcats, making a play on that ball. Correction number 17, Rattler dives out to make sure that Will Travis does not have a play to return the football. Will Travis can definitely take almost any play for a Towns County touchdown. 1st and 10, following the punt. 10 seconds remain in this first half. And Towns County looking to get things going offensively. We've seen great plays here and there, but then they are negated the next play by either a hold or a false start. Will that change here? 10 seconds left. 1st and 10 here in the first half. It's the second quarter. Bradshaw waits, has 2 receivers out to the far side, rolling left. Bradshaw takes a shot down the field. Will Travis goes up for it, and incomplete, and pass interference all day. The defender of the Wildcats was all in Travis's face. Travis made a play on the ball, but was pushed out of bounds before the ball was in his area. So that's a easy call there for the official that was standing nearby. And Travis made a play on the ball, just unable to get the ball in his hands because the defender shoved him out of the way. That was number 3 for the Wildcats, Shepard. So that's a big break there for Towns County. And now the official goes back and will mark this ball off following the penalty. And there is another timeout taken on the field. I believe this one by Towns County again. We will stick with it because there are only 3 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 7-0 the score. Your Towns County Indians trail the Andrews Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina. And they had just a quick drive. Not too bad, 15 minutes away from Towns County to Andrews, North Carolina. And the Andrews Wildcats are sitting at 1-2 right now, losing both of those games in big blowouts on the road. The Indians are 1-1. They won their big game on the road, 55, I believe, to 24. And last week, they played at home, hosting the Union County Panthers, and the Panthers put a stop to that, 45-7. They were able to beat our Towns County Indians. Thank you once again for tuning in to Lake 97.7 WJUL. I'm Chris Mathis, doing play-by-play. My color guy, Stuart Nichols, is not here tonight. He had to go on a cruise. Unfortunately, I'm sure he's not having a great time on that cruise. That's obviously sarcasm. He's probably having a great time, but we had a good game last week, and wish Stuart was here to help with the color side of things, but I'm very glad to have you here. With 3 seconds to go in the second quarter, Bradshaw and the Indians get set, and now the Wildcats will take a timeout. They did not like what they saw defensively, and the Indians were ready. They had gotten set, and now Wildcats, that's their second timeout of the half. Both teams get 3. Towns County's already ran through all 3 of their timeouts, and the Wildcats just took their second. So now, 1st and 10, following another timeout on the field, and they'll have it at the Andrews Wildcats 40-yard line. If I'm the coach here, I'm probably taking a shot down the field, dropping back with Trip Bradshaw, and targeting Will Travis, or maybe even Alan Gillis or Tyler Swanger. That's what I'm looking at, 3 of your biggest playmakers. But the Wildcats will come out here. They have a big, tall safety coming back. That's number 8, Mathis, who steps up to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now, 3 seconds remain at the Wildcats 40-yard line. Bradshaw takes a snap, rolling left, stops, has his receiver. Alan Gillis builds off a man down to the 25-yard line, 20-yard line, 15, 10, 5-yard line, breaks his way through a tackle, and that's a touchdown. Towns County Indians, the final play of the second quarter, and Alan Gillis takes this one to the house for 6 points. What a play. What a play call there by the Towns County Indians. They get on the scoreboard, and that is a game-changing play. Alan Gillis. It was a little dump-off pass here to the near sideline at the 28-yard line is where Alan Gillis made the catch, spun away from the defender, broke through one tackle, cuts up field in between 2 defenders of the Wildcats, and finds his way stumbling down to the 5-yard line. 1 man to beat, and he completely runs through that safety of the Andrews Wildcats. That's a touchdown for Alan Gillis, going about 31 yards, and the Towns County Indians will go off the extra point. And the extra point is no good, but good news for Towns County Indians. They get on the board the final play of the first half. The score, 7-6, The Andrews Wildcats lead your Towns County Indians. Just a great play call and great play execution by the Towns County Indians and their coordinators. And Alan Gillis takes that to the house for 6 points. You are tuning in to Lake 97.7. We'll be right back after this commercial break, thanking our sponsors.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Back here in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia, it's officially getting dark outside as we just witnessed the first half of this ball game between the Andrews Wildcats and your Towns County Indians. A slow start for both teams, especially when we talk about the offensive side of things. Towns County received the football to start off the ball game, and we saw a nice first down play by the receiver. I believe it was number 11, Swanger, who got the first down of the ball game. Then very next play, Towns County, things were looking good. They take the snap, all was fumbled, and the Andrews Wildcats recover the football. So Andrews started off with great field position, and that's easy touchdown on that drive, and following that fumble there by the Towns County Indians. And of course, anytime you turn the ball over, it's negative on your offense for sure, and then it puts your defense in a bad situation. And most definitely in that situation, as the Towns County Indians fumble the ball at their own 25, 26-yard line, and the Andrews Wildcats scored just about 4 plays later on a Gavin Wilson 3-yard touchdown run, putting them up 6-0. Then Martinez came out, kicked the extra point to make it 7-0. And then a little bit of back and forth. Which team offensively was going to have to punt the football there for an entire quarter? Both teams were just punting the ball back and forth almost. And in particular, the Towns County Indians would get a nice play offensively, pick up a first down, and then something would happen, either a false start, another fumble, or even a hold, and that would really push them back, and they were unable to overcome those penalties. They converted on 1 third-down conversion following a penalty, and after that conversion, they were unsuccessful on all of those opportunities. So now the Towns County High School will be doing their homecoming court, and I'll just go ahead and read off these names for you. The homecoming court for the girls, the 2018 Towns County High School: Taylor Cornett, Emily Williams, Kristen Byers, Caitlin Crowder, Kinsley Denton, Ella Burry, Jenna Coker, Tori Van Tassel, Carly Woodard, and Erica Spano. And now looking at the 2018 Towns County High School boys homecoming court: Andrew Griffin, who's out there playing linebacker for your Towns County Indians; Lance Denton, Jacob Parker, who's a big part of the offense and defensive line; Blaine Rogers, who plays a little bit of both sides of the football; Walker Wynn; Will Travis, a big receiver, a big part of this Towns County offense; Tyler Swanger, Trent Bradshaw, Brett Denton, and Lance Sewell are out there on the homecoming court for the Towns County High School. And this place is completely packed. We've got 15 and a half minutes here on the clock before we'll start back the second half. But Towns County just had a tremendous drive. Talking a little bit of their failures there in the first half, we saw a great play by the Towns County Indians going into the half. In fact, it was the final play of the first half. There were 3 seconds remaining. Towns County had a penalty on their side of the ball. Then the next play, they tried to take a shot down the field, and there's a pass interference, which cost the Andrews Wildcats 15 yards. And Towns County was able to execute off of that. And we saw a beautiful play there on 1st down and 10 from about the 31-yard line. Just to describe that play in detail for you, Towns County's Trent Bradshaw rolled left, got to about the 33-yard line, still under pressure, dumped it off to Alan Gillis, who in my opinion, I thought he was going to be tackled out of bounds. Somebody was right there at his face. Spun away from that Wildcat defender, cut inside up to the 25-yard line, continued to follow his blocker. I believe it was Swanger who got a big block there for the Indians. And then he had one man to beat at the 10-yard line, and Gillis able to fight his way down to the 5-yard line, and that's when a safety came up. And a safety is usually one of the most physical defenders on any team. And the safety came up, tried to put a stop to him, and Alan Gillis probably had a mental note that was the final play of the first half and fought his way in for a Towns County Indian touchdown. That one went 31 yards on a quick flat route dump-off pass to Alan Gillis, and that got the Indians up on the board 7-6. Unfortunately, the Indians were unable to make the extra point, but they did get up on the scoreboard, and coming back into the second half, the Indians will have to kick things off as the Andrews Wildcats will receive the second half. And, looking at things offensively for both sides, definitely not up to their expectations. I've seen what Towns County is capable of doing. We saw that especially against the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. And tonight, it's been a different story. And, they just had a great play, though. Hopefully that will provide some confidence for this offense and this Towns County Indian football team. But I think both teams defensively are doing their part, but I think it's more on the side of offense having too many detrimental penalties on themselves, which really set them back. So we are now at 12 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in this halftime. It's the Towns County High School's 2018 homecoming court. And this PA announcer, I believe it's the sports athletic director, Jim Melton, who's announcing this over the public address system. And the crowd continues to cheer on each one of these members of the 2018 homecoming court. But let's talk a little bit about football here. Towns County needs to come out here in the second half. I think some things they can adjust on is offensive penalties on themselves. They really just keep shooting themselves in the foot, and they have that big play capability. They have Trent Bradshaw, who can not only throw the ball well, he can also run the football, show off his wheels, and pick up plenty of first downs. But a guy I'd like to see Towns County target here more in the second half is number 6, the senior wideout, Will Travis. He's 6'5". He's got a little bit of a mismatch as the defensive back for the Wildcats is probably 6 foot. So he has a chance if they lob the ball up to him to play the ball and make a play, for this Towns County Indians offense. 7-6 the score. Thank you for tuning in to WJUL 97.7. You can also tune in right now on the TuneIn app on your smartphone, or go to WJULradio.com, and that will be live. So great ways to listen to this ball game. You can either come to the game, listen to the PA announcer, or even have a set of headphones plugged into your smartphone and listen to the voice of the Indians on Lake 97.7, or you can tune in on the website, WJULradio.com. Also, a really cool thing about tonight's ball game, Jacob with Windstream is recording the game for Windstream Channel 4, and this game will be able to be viewed on Windstream Channel 4 cable TV on Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Also, a quicker way to view tonight's broadcast is going to YouTube and searching Windstream Entertainment. And on Monday, roughly Monday evening, the game will be up there for the Windstream coverage of tonight's ball game. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go ahead and go to one of our interviews as we are approaching the 10-minute mark at halftime. Let's take this one to our interview Brian Gephardt had with John Cornett, the head coach of the Towns County Indians.
Coach, I know last Friday night it wasn't the way that you wanted this one to go, 45-7 against the Union County. You guys started off great, got off to that 7-0 mark, but one of the things I want to touch on here with you, I've talked to a number of people, some other coaches from other programs that were there, just people in the community, and it sounded like you guys had quite the atmosphere there on Friday night.
Yeah, you never want to get beat like that. Going into the game, I knew that Union was a very good team. We started off good, and then, we had an interception and then a fumble, and it just one thing led to another, which Union is way too good to do that against. And, our kids might have been a little overhyped for it. It's one of those things that you live and you drive on from. But, the community support was unbelievable. It was one of the biggest crowds that I've seen since I've been at Towns County. I think a lot of people believe that we could compete in that game. I apologize to our community that we let you guys down, but we will drive on and we will get better.
What were some of the positives you could take away from this one as far as X's and O's on the football field there, Coach?
Well, I think a lot of people were finally able to see how good Allen was, and just what I've been telling everybody. Allen's a great player. He broke one for 60 yards against them. I think the student excitement has picked up at our high school. They want to come out and support the football team. There's always good. One of the good things is humbling happened, and sometimes that just makes you go back to work the next week and work harder. So you can always look at that positive.
How are we looking right now from a health perspective? What are we looking like on the injury front there, Coach?
We're okay. One of our offensive line and D-line, Jake Parker, kind of tweaked his ankle a bit. He'll be good to go. But every week we just got to hope that, we play a full game with nobody getting hurt. Just because, I feel like our 11 are pretty good, and if we get hurt, we might be in a little bit of trouble.
Coming up this Friday night, you're going to be hosting another North Carolina team. You played Hayesville in Week 1, had some success there. You're playing their Smoky Mountain Conference rival, Andrews. What have you seen on film from this Andrews team?
They're not bad. They run the split back veer, which is always dangerous. They got a couple of tough players. They have a defensive back and a wide receiver that's really athletic. And they're close enough to where you could consider it a rival. I'm not sure the history of the two programs playing each other, but they're not too far from us. So I guarantee that their players will be coming into our stadium ready to play.
Well, Coach, thanks as always for your time. Hoping a better result here on Friday, and best of luck, and we'll catch up next week.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, buddy.
You've depended on Hiawassee Hardware for nearly every home project, big or small, for decades, and now we've taken it to a whole new level. Hiawassee Hardware has now undergone an amazing facelift. Everything is newly remodeled, which means more of the supplies you've always needed, and now even easier to get in and get out. And come see the updated outdoor garden center, too. And we're your steel dealer with all the chainsaws and blowers. That's Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street. Same great folks, even better experience.
Hi, it's Fred North from Early Afternoons on Lake 97.7. I'm new in town and I've spent some time up north, so my first question was, where do you get great Italian food? The unanimous response? Enrico's in Young Harris. No argument here so far. The nightly chef specials at Enrico's are always terrific. I get off at 3 just in time for $10 early bird specials from 4 to 6, and the full bar is open longer than that. I told you I worked in radio, right? So join me tonight at Enrico's in Young Harris, across from the college.
Young Harris Water Sports is your local award-winning marine repair and service facility. And we are excited to welcome Gary Cannon, a master certified Mercury and Yamaha technician with 40 years experience to our service team. Get it done right the first time at a fair price with unmatched customer service. Offering computer diagnostic services, jet ski repair, complete engine replacement, and mobile service. The Young Harris Water Sports Service Center is located at 1525 Mining Gap Road, Young Harris. Call 706-896-0834 or visit yhwatersports.com.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pain.
If you need any glass replaced, repaired in your home, on your car, or at your business, you need to give Glass Doctor a call because they can help you out. And if it was damaged by something that you had no control over, they can work with your insurance carrier. Give them a call today. It's the Glass Doctor, 706-896-2807.
Glass Doctor, Glass Doctor. Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
The voice of the Towns County Indians, I'm Chris Mathis, back here at the Frank McClure Stadium in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia, And tonight was the 2018 homecoming court for the Towns County High School. Let's go ahead and tell you guys the breaking news and who got crowned. The runner-up for the Towns County High School queen was Miss Taylor Cornett. That's also the daughter of the head coach of the Towns County football team, John Cornett. And the queen of the Towns County High School for the 2018 homecoming court is Ella Burry. So congratulations to Ella Burry of the Towns County High School for being crowned the queen. And then we saw Trent Bradshaw, the quarterback of the Indians, just got named the king of the Towns County High School. He was actually named the king last night at the bonfire that they held for this event. And so kind of expected, no spoilers there, kind of had an idea of that ahead of time. But Trent Bradshaw and Ella Burry just got their picture taken at the 50-yard line, and we are about underway with more Towns County football. 3 minutes, 55 seconds to go. The score coming back from the half is 7-6. The Andrews Wildcats lead your Towns County Indians. And a couple things talking about football here. Come out here, like to see Towns County really execute well throwing the football down the field. I think obviously you can't throw the football down the field if you keep getting these false starts or these holding calls. But if we can correct these simple mistakes, I think Towns County can easily come out here and put up 3 or 4 touchdowns on this Wildcats defense. Both teams defensively are playing well enough. I would not say they're playing well at all. I think it's more of the offense is struggling for both teams. But good news for you Indian fans out there tuning in on 97.7 WJUL. The Indians scored on the final play of the first half. It was a 31-yard dump off to the running back / wide receiver. He can do it all. Number 9, Alan Gillis, taking it 31 yards for a Towns County Indian touchdown. We saw a lot of Alan Gillis last week versus Union County. In fact, we saw probably the best play of the 2018 season for the Indians. It was a 4th down and 1 conversion, and Alan Gillis takes it to the house, 61 yards for the Indians to put them up on the Union County Panthers 7-0 early in the first quarter. So Alan Gillis still making plays out here for the Towns County Indians, not only on offense, but also on defense. And another guy that really has played well on the defensive side of things is number 11, Tyler Swonger. And I think he's having a great game defensively. He also got a huge sack on 3rd down, forcing a 4th down. Towns County had to receive the punt, and that was the drive that Towns County started to get things clicking, started to work things out offensively. And I think that really helped them figure things out when they have the football in their possession. So Towns County players are out here. They are stretching near their goal line. They are ready to get underway. 7-6, a little bit of a low-scoring game. Definitely a lot fewer points than I had expected coming into this game. You look at the schedule for both of these teams. Taking a look at Andrews Wildcats, they come in 1 win, 2 losses, and they lost 41-0 to Smoky Mountain. August 24th, they lost 42-20 to Tellico Plains. August 31st, they picked up their first win, a 45-0 shutout. The Gladiator Sports Academy, it was at home, so they do come off a big win, 45-0. Maybe that has something to do with how they've played tonight. They lead this ball game 7-6. Looking at Towns County, they came out week 1, traveled to Hayesville, North Carolina. Traveled to Hayesville and took on the Hayesville Yellow Jackets. And that game going into halftime was 28-24. The Indians lead the Yellow Jackets. Second half comes underway, and 27 unanswered points for the Towns County Indians. They won that ball game 55-24. So a great game there for Towns County. Last week things were not as pretty for the Indians. They had to take on the Union County Panthers, losing that one 45-7. And Towns County allowed 45 straight unanswered points in that one. So Union County got that win against Towns. It was a pretty big win. Maybe that has a reason to do with why Towns is a little flat offensively. They're not playing bad. They're just not playing at all up to their expectations. 7-6 the score. And things are about to get underway here in the second half for both teams. I believe we'll add 2 minutes back onto the scoreboard. Let's go ahead and get into this interview that I had with two Towns County players, Alan Gillis and Tyler Swanger. Chris Mathis alongside Alan Gillis of the Towns County Indians. And Alan, the Union County versus Towns County rivalry continued last Friday. You scored first on a 4th-and-1 conversion, taking a handoff 61 yards to the house, which really electrified the crowd at the Frank McClure Stadium. Could you describe that play and the excitement you had on the 61-yard touchdown run?
It was early in the game. Everybody got pretty excited. The linemen did their job, opened up big holes, and it opened up the play.
What positives can you take away from the game against Union on Friday?
I think our effort was decent throughout the game, and it makes us want to come back the next week and work harder.
All right, the Andrew Wildcats are coming into town. They are sitting at 1-2 on the season, and they'll be playing you guys at home. What's the key to getting a victory on Friday versus Andrews?
I think we go out there, get pumped up, everybody does their job, we'll have a good game.
Alongside Tyler Swanger of the Towns County Indians. Friday's game did not go exactly how you guys wanted, but the community showed up and filled up the Frank McClure Stadium with a lot of blue and white. Do you have anything that you'd like to say for all the fans and in the community for coming out and supporting you guys in such a big night?
I just like to thank everybody that came out and supported us, and thanks for just showing.
Not only did you rush the ball on Friday, you also played a big defensive role for the Indians. What's the message to your teammates to kind of get over a loss against Union and move on? You know, the game was last week. You move on to the next game.
Even though it was a loss, I think our effort was still good. And then coming into practice, we've had good practice, and we've started pushing ourselves even harder to win our next game.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. And another important game for you guys this Friday, the Andrews Wildcats coming to town. What is something that you guys would maybe like to improve on or learned from Friday's game to move on and advance on to this next game against Andrews?
Just executing things better, making sure we do our jobs, and that's basically it.
All right, thanks, Tyler. Good luck.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
They haven't reset the clock yet. That's better. I cover him forward.
Gillespie with the ball.
Make a tackle. Ooh. He's down on like 26.
All right.
Bradshaw making the stop. Gillespie bringing the ball back up to, looks like beyond the 27. Okay, Andrew, first and 10 on the 27.
I am back here with you at the Frank McClure Stadium in Towns County, Georgia, and the Wildcats just got the kickoff, and they will start off things at the 27-yard line, first and 10. Holloway dropping back, completes a pass to Mathis. Mathis fights his way forward up to the 40-yard line for the Andrews Wildcats. And he has enough for a first down, finally muscled out of bounds there by number 24, Nick Bradley of the Towns County Indians. So first and 10 following Mathis's reception. A nice quick pass to the right side to Mathis. And now we'll have the Wildcats first and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Towns County comes out here. Will Travis on the far side guarding Mathis on the opposite side of the field. Here comes the snap. Holloway awaits. Holloway dropping back, throws it immediately, and it is broken up. A nice hit by number 24. I just called out his name. That's Nick Bradley forcing an incomplete pass right in to Shepard's hands, and Bradley came up and played that ball well, knocked the ball loose, and Shepard took a hit on that one. Second down and 10 for the Andrews Wildcats. They lead it 7-6 here on Lake 97.7 WJUL, the voice of the Indians. Here's the snap, 2nd and 10, following the incomplete pass. Handoff goes directly up the gut. He fights his way forward for a gain of 4. And this running back for the Wildcats has had pretty good success so far tonight. That's Landon White, wearing number 2. And he's tackled there by number 55, Wesley Calhoun. And that will bring up a 3rd down already here for the Andrews Wildcats. 3rd down and 7 to be exact from their 46-yard line. Towns County defensive line gets set. Jake Parker leading the way for that defensive line. He plays both sides of the ball. A great player. Here's a snap. He's going to roll left, and he's going to be sacked immediately by number 15. That's Blaine Rogers with a huge blitz from the outside, and Holloway dropped back under pressure, looked left for a split second, and Blaine Rogers was right in his face and laid a hit there to bring down Holloway. That is the 2nd sack for this Towns County Indians defense tonight. A big sack there on 3rd down and long, and that will bring up 4th and 12. And now the Indians have a chance to get a return here. Ball is placed at the 41-yard line. Here come the Wildcats awaiting the snap to punt this one off. Indians have a return back there. That's Alan Gillis, who scored a 31-yard touchdown to end the first half. And Gillis watches this ball roll down to the 19-yard line. So starting off the second half, Towns County defensively able to stop a fast-paced offense, the Andrews Wildcats, and they tried to run the ball there twice, unable to do so. They dropped back with their quarterback, Holloway. He looked left for a split second, and boom, Blaine Rogers was directly in his face and got a huge sack, which led to 4th down. So here come the Towns County Indians from their own 19-yard line. 7-6 to score. 9 minutes, 41 seconds to go here at the Frank McClure Stadium. 1st and 10. Here comes Trent Bradshaw, wearing number 4, takes a snap, looking left, dumps it off to his scat back, Alan Gillis. Gillis able to get up 2 yards and tries to roll over the Wildcat defender. Can't do so. He got hit initially there by number 51 of the Andrews Wildcats. That's Connor King, but a nice gain of 4. Did not look like 4 yards to me to start with, but I also had binoculars over my eyes, so it takes away the depth of vision. So gain of 4 there for the Towns County Indians. A nice play, quick pitch play that went to Alan Gillis for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now for Towns County from their 24-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers out wide, 1 out near side. Here comes Bradshaw, rolling right, dumps it off once again to a scat back, Alan Gillis, and that one falls incomplete. He wanted to hang on to that football. He had running room ahead, nothing but real estate, and he might have turned upfield before he officially had complete control over that pass. But Alan Gillis has been a big playmaker for these Indians. He's got the lone touchdown tonight for Towns County, 31-yard reception, and that looked like a similar play. Gillis rolled out to the right side. Bradshaw followed, and Gillis took off kind of in a flat route, and Bradshaw tried to target him, hit him in the hands, but Gillis took off before he had full possession. 3rd down and 6 for Towns County. Bradshaw takes a snap, dropping back, looking left, now looks right, fires across the right side. He's got a man. Alan Gillis makes up for that drop, and he got a 1st down for Towns County. Alan Gillis picks up a crucial 3rd down for the Indians following a dropped pass, and that makes up for that. Trent Bradshaw is going to rely on him a lot tonight, especially in those crucial situations. They were just in a 3rd down and 6. They pick up 11. 1st and 10 now for Towns County. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Towns County have the ball at their 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Trent Bradshaw. Bradshaw takes a snap, rolling left, dumps it forward to the scat back, and he's going to move his way forward. That's Tyler Swanger up to the 49-yard line, and they are going to say he has enough for a Towns County Indian 1st down. A nice shovel play from Bradshaw to Swanger, and Tyler Swanger picks up 10. 1st and 10 now from their own 49-yard line. 7-6 the score. I'm glad you tuned in to 97.7 WJUL to listen to this Friday night ball game between the Andrews Wildcats and Georgetowns County Indians. Here comes the snap. Handoff goes directly up the middle, and Swanger fights his way forward for 4 yards. He was met initially at the line of scrimmage, stumbles his way through 2 Wildcat defenders, picks up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 now for Towns County from the Wildcats' 46-yard line. So Towns County moving the ball well now. This looks awful familiar, though. Hopefully they can get some points up on the board to take the lead, 7-6 on this 2018 Towns County High School homecoming night. Bradshaw takes a snap, rolling right, under pressure, pump fakes twice. Going to work around the left side now. He's going to be dropped. No, he evades the sack, fights his way forward, and is finally hit at the 45-yard line. And Bradshaw took a nice hit there by Cody Mathis, number 8 for the Wildcats. And Bradshaw's good, but he did take a hit initially from the linebacker, evaded him, then got hit once again by a safety. He's all right, though. He's up 3rd down and 13. Trent Bradshaw just got named the 2018 homecoming king here at the Towns County High School. And he looks to lead his way and his team to a victory tonight. 3rd and 13 from their 46. Wildcats come out here. They are stacking the box in a 4-3 defense. Here come the Towns County Indians from their 46-yard line. They lost quite a few there. Bradshaw waits the snap, takes it, rolls right, dumps it off to Alan Gillis. Gillis makes the catch, spins away, stiff arms a guy down to the 45-yard line, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Alan Gillis continues to make plays offensively for your Indians. What a great play, but it is 4th down. Now, Towns County has been known to go for these short 4th down conversions. Will they do so here? 4th down and about 4, and Trent Bradshaw, he does punt for the Indians. He comes back out here to the huddle. He breaks the huddle with a quick clap there of the hands, and 4th down and 5, and it looks like Towns County might go for this. Kind of a trip set to the right side, one back to his right-hand side, and that's Swanger. Correction, Gillis, they dump it off to Swanger up the middle, and Swanger goes nowhere but backwards. He's met immediately for a loss of 1. A nice defensive stop there by the Wildcats. Swanger looking for a face mask. He gets up, looks at the official. Where's the call? Ref does not give it to him. Nice tackle there by number 52 of the Wildcats, Hunter Rickett. And now the Wildcats will force a turnover, 1st and 10. They lead this ball game by just 1 point, 7-6. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Now the Wildcats come out, 2-back set, 2 receivers up top, far side. Handoff goes directly up the middle, up the gut, as I like to say. Picks up 2 yards there for the Wildcats. And that's a nice carry because he was met initially by a defensive lineman, and that's number 15 who fights his way forward for 2 yards. That was a tough 2 yards to get for Gavin Wilson of the Wildcats. Tackle was made there by number 33, Andrew Griffin of the Towns County Indians. 2nd and 8 now for the Wildcats. Come out, 2 receivers now on the near side. This looks like the same exact play, just flipped to the opposite side, and that's exactly what it was. Handoff goes to the left side this time. Gain of 3. Gain of 3 on the carry that went to the left instead of the right. And a tackle that prevents a 1st down there by Towns County. That was number 15 for the Indians. Michael Moss making the tackle. So now the Indians defensively looking for a stop now. 3rd down and 5. Wildcats here at the midfield logo, the Towns County logo at the 50-yard line. Here comes Holloway. Clock still ticking. Handoff goes directly up the middle once again, and they continue to break through tackles. There are 3 or 4 Towns County defenders that initially make contact. In some way, somehow, these running backs of the Wildcats fight forward for a 1st down. This is number 15, once again, Gavin Wilson, who gets 6 yards. Just looking at how he measures up. Number 15, Gavin Wilson, 5'9", 150 pounds, and he just fought through 4 Towns County defenders, allowing a 1st down. Now 1st and 10 from the Indians' 43-yard line. And the Wildcats are moving the ball well. Here comes the snap. Fake pitch, and Holloway is going to be hit initially there for a gain of 1. He did a quick fake pitch play to his scat back, and Holloway moves forward for a gain of 1, and there's an injured player down for the Towns County Indians. Hopefully he's all right. He was on the bottom end of things after the tackle. He rolls over, and we are going to be right back here on Lake 97.7 in 60 seconds with more coverage of the Towns County Indians. Andrews Wildcats, the score 7-6. The Wildcats lead the Indians.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
We are back here with more Towns County football. It's the Indians playing defense now. The Wildcats will work from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. We're going to see a handoff there. Up the right-hand side, gain of 1, maybe on the play, 3rd down and about 8. A nice tackle there by number 55, Wesley Calhoun. And now the Wildcats come back out here with 2 back set, 2 receivers out to the far side. And here comes Holloway awaiting the snap. 3rd down and 8. Holloway fires left, passes cut under by Bradshaw, and there's a flag down at the 44-yard line. Bradshaw with good coverage. A little out route there to his receiver. Holloway was unable to connect, and it falls incomplete. And Trent Bradshaw was there to cover the football and play coverage on the wide receiver. So there is a flag down at the 42, maybe 43-yard line. A legal man down the field is the call, and that's going against the Wildcats. So that does hurt Andrews. That's very good for Towns County here. And now the official looks over to John Cornett to see if he wants to accept the penalty. And they will decline the penalty. 3rd down and 8 following that illegal man down the field. John Cornett still talking with the officials here. His team trails by 1, 7-6. It's been a close ball game. This has been a kind of a sloppy ball game offensively for both teams. They've shown flashes of great plays, but both teams have had too many penalties, especially offensively. On the offensive line, both teams have struggled, and we just saw an illegal pass to an illegal man down the field by the Wildcats. And now, 4th down and 8, the Wildcats will come out to punt, and the Towns County Indians have a man back deep to return. A bullet of a snap. A nice snap there. And the Wildcats will punt. Ball rolls down to about the 3. Gillis picks the ball up, and the ball is fumbled. A loose football on the snap, or correction on the return. The Indians, some way, somehow, recover the ball. A big shout out there to number 54, Shane Sparks, who just possibly saved a touchdown from happening. The punt goes to Gillis. He was going to let it bounce. He did let it bounce. He saw it bounce at the 3-yard line, did not like what he saw, picks the ball up, got stripped. And my, oh my, what a play by Shane Sparks to recover the football for the Towns County Indians. They do have bad field position following the fumble, though. 3 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. And here come the Towns County Indians. Let's see what they have offensively coming out of the half. Here comes Bradshaw. Handoff goes to the left side, and he'll step out of bounds. Number 9, Gillis, stutter steps his way along the tightrope of the out-of-bounds line and gets 2 or 3 yards. Maybe 4. They're going to give him 4 yards on the carry. So 2nd down now for Towns County. A nice pickup for Alan Gillis, who continues to run the football well. And we'll have to see what the Indians can do here. Can they take the lead on this drive? 2nd down and about 5. Here come the Indians calling a man in motion. Bradshaw fakes the pitch. No, he does pitch it. Alan Gillis got running room to the 30-yard line. Nothing but green grass across midfield. 45-40. Alan Gillis to the 30. 25-20. 15. 10. 5. Touchdown, Alan Gillis. Once again, are you kidding me? Alan Gillis has scored another huge play for the Towns County Indians. And Towns County takes the lead for the first time in this ball game, 12-7. Alan Gillis, I believe he takes that thing 80 yards to the house for the Towns County Indians, and that is his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. The crowd is on their feet. Indian fans are happy with what they saw. Allen Gillis makes up for that muffled punt. And he was a little slow to get up, but he is able to walk off on the sidelines. Allen Gillis does it again. He has been the man tonight for the Towns County Indians. Are you kidding me? He had one man to beat at the 50-yard line, and that defensive back chased him 50 yards right on his tail. Allen Gillis had one step on that defender and was able to fight his way, ran it straight down the seam, about 70 yards for a touchdown score. Towns County leads 12-7, and now we're going to see a 2-point conversion opportunity for Towns County. They'll have the ball at the 3-yard line. Bradshaw takes a snap, keeps it up the middle, dives in for the 2-point conversion, and Towns County leads this ball game 14-7 over the Andrews Wildcat, in part by Allen Gillis in a huge touchdown run. We'll be right back with more Indians football on Lake 97.7.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Wow, oh wow, what a play there by the Towns County Indian running back, Allen Gillis, and I'm just going to make a quick stat correction. I said about 70 yards, maybe 75. I was absolutely wrong. It goes about 87 yards to the house for a touchdown, and the Indians lead at 14-7 following a 2-point conversion quarterback scramble by Trent Bradshaw. Here's the kickoff, and the ball is returned there at the 1-yard line. They've got back up to the 21-yard line. So ball goes from the 1-yard line, gets about 20 yards on the kickoff return. That's number 3 for the Wildcats. A 20-yard return for Shepard. And the Indians have got to have some momentum after that huge play for Allen Gillis and this offense. 88 yards to the house, I believe, from the 12-yard line. What a play by Allen Gillis. He continues to show why he gets the ball as much as he does. He fumbled that punt on that drive and makes up with it with an 88-yard touchdown run. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Handoff goes to the left side. Wildcats have open green grass, and he gets his way down to the 40-yard line, and that's well enough for a Wildcat first down. He'll pick up about 17 yards. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remain. The clock stops following that first down until the official gives his waving arm signal, and he does. The clock will continue down to 2 minutes, 47 seconds here in the third quarter. Your Indians lead the Wildcats of Andrews 14-7. 14 unanswered points for Towns County. Here comes Holloway, gives it up the gut, and he is going nowhere. He's going to be tackled immediately. Initial contact there made by the defensive lineman. I believe it's the tackle. Number 57 for the Indians who made the initial contact, Jared Wiggins. And the running back was spinning around on top of Wiggins, trying to get back up and fight for a few more yards. And Andrew Griffin, a linebacker here at Towns County, had other plans. He brings him down, and he stops him back at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Towns County defense playing well now. Wildcats don't really have an answer for how well this defense is playing. Here comes the pass. Throwing a quick pass over the right side. Stiffs arms a man over to the 49-yard line. That was Mathis who fights his way forward to the 49-yard line. That's awful close to a first down. And as soon as I said the Wildcats could not answer with a first down, they definitely do. Well, they're going to mark him just shy, maybe inches away from a first down. But Holloway took that snap, did not hesitate whatsoever, looked right, locked his eyes onto his receiver, and Mathis made the catch and laid a stiff arm there on the defensive back of the Towns County Indians. 3rd down and inches. Here come the Indians defense. They need a big stop here. This would be huge. Holloway takes a snap. Ball looked like it was on the handoff, and it did, but both teams kind of awaiting who came up with the ball. And he maybe got to the 49-yard line. They're going to mark him down just shy of the 49-yard line of Towns County, so that is enough for a Wildcat first down. They recover their own fumble, and now the official moves it back half an inch to their 49. Do not know how that works, but it will be 1st and 10. And now we are going to see a timeout. It's an injury timeout now. We'll be right back on Lake 97.7. The score 14-7. The Indians lead the Wildcats. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here in Hiawassee, Georgia, the score is 14-7, and the Wildcats trail the Indians of Towns County. Handoff goes to the right side, and they fight their way over the midfield logo for a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 now for the Wildcats. Towns County's defense is playing well now. They're starting to figure out the run game. It's usually run, pass. That's the way this ball game has been going for the Andrews Wildcats. They do run the ball. This is a run-heavy offense. And they have had success. They've had probably an average of 3 to 4 yards per carry, with 2 or 3 going 15 to 16 yards. Here comes a direct snap to the quarterback, Holloway. Holloway uses his blockers to fight his way forward down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play, so Holloway able to follow his blockers, and Towns County's defender, number 33, Andrew Griffin, able to come over and make the tackle, as well as number 15, Blaine Rogers. So 3rd down and roughly 4 now for Andrews. They trail by 7. Towns County has scored 14 unanswered points and 2 huge plays. 2 absolutely huge plays. And that will do it there for the 3rd quarter. 14-7 the score here. Towns County fans get on their feet. They give a round of applause to this Towns County offense, who's playing well, and the defense, who's starting to figure things out. 14-7 the score. The Indians lead the Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina. So when we come back from this quick announcement, it will be 3rd down for Andrews, and they trail 14-7. We are glad you've tuned in here on Lake 97.7 WJUL. I'm Chris Mathis. We've got Ken back at the station, who makes all this possible, runs all the commercials for us, and makes this production really go smooth. So thanks, Ken, and a big shout out to Ken and all he does. And 3rd down now for the Andrews Wildcats. Towns County defense playing well here in the second half. We've been through 1 quarter. In the second half, it's now the 4th quarter. At the start of the 4th quarter, Towns County leading 14-7. Both teams will get back up to the line of scrimmage. We'll flop sides now. Now the Andrews Wildcats will work from right to left on your radio dial. They'll have the ball 3rd down and 4 from the Indians' 44-yard line. What can the Indians defense do here, up by 7? Trent Bradshaw playing well defensively for Towns County. Here comes the snap. 2-back set. Holloway takes a snap. Direct snap up the middle. He fights his way forward well enough for a Andrews Wildcat 1st down, and Holloway's done that all night. Just a quick scamper behind that offensive line, and number 6, Will Travis, makes the tackle. Haven't heard much from Travis offensively, but he has been effective on defense, making 3 or 4 tackles so far. Will Travis is a big guy, 6'5", can play offense and defense, known for his wide receiver skills. Been kind of quiet tonight, but he did draw a 15-yard penalty on a pass interference. Here comes a direct handoff up the middle. Gaining 3 or 4 on the play was the Wildcat running back number 2, who's done it all night, been successful on those carries, Landon White. And Towns County makes the tackle after a gain of 3. And now we'll have the ball marked at the 34-yard line. Andrews looking to score to tie this ball game against the Indians. Pretty big crowd tonight, especially considering after last week's loss. A lot of these guys came back. They definitely believe in John Cornette and this football program. How can you not? Last year they won 5 games, made it to the state playoffs for the first time in school history. And as I say that, here comes a handoff going to the right side, and it's a 1st down for the Wildcats. A nice carry. They've done those quick snaps that just really scare the defense. You're not sure if the quarterback's going to keep it himself or dump it off to his running back. And that time, he gives it to Gavin Wilson, the running back of the Wildcats, and he gets down to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, and we are a minute and 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. 14-7, your Indians lead the Wildcats of Andrews. Here comes the snap. Holloway awaiting, looks back at his running back, takes a snap, hands it directly to his running back on the left side, and he fights his way forward for a gain of 3. Towns County is swarming the ball well. They're there to make the tackle, but these running backs are really pushing their way. As a coach, you got to be the way that the running back core has played tonight for the Wildcats. Head coach James Phillips has to be impressed with the way that they have fought after making initial contact with the Towns County defender. So now, 2nd down and roughly 8 yards after the gain of 2. Here comes Holloway. Once again, they're going to take the snap directly, hand it off to the right side, and this time it's going to be the other back we've seen a lot of, fighting his way forward, number 15, and he picks up 4. So 3rd down and 3 now. Indians defense needs a big stop here. Do not allow this game to be tied at 14, and the ball will be placed at the Indians' 14-yard line. 3rd down and 3. Wildcats will set out 2 receivers to the far side. And the Indians defense focusing on that far right side, but they're covering the middle of the field. They're stacking the box well. Here comes the handoff up the gut. He pushes his way forward down to the 10-yard line of the Indians, and he has enough for a Wildcat 1st down. 1st and goal now from the 10. It's been hard to stop that running game that the Wildcats have. Not have much success throwing the football, but they have picked up 3 to 4 yards per carry, and when you do that 2 or 3 times on each possession or each drive, you're going to get the 1st down. It's just going to happen. You got to get 10 yards. You get 9 on 2 or 3 carries. You just need 1 more, and they're able to push for that extra yard. Here comes 1st and goal from the 10. Andrews Wildcats take the snap, and he will keep it. Up the gut goes the quarterback Holloway, and he's going to get tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for him to go. Great stop there defensively by number 28 for the Indians. Reese Hampton, we haven't heard much from him tonight, but last week against the Panthers, he did have a great game defensively. Reese Hampton with a tackle. 2nd and 10 now, or 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for the Wildcats. 14-7 the score. Crowd is awaiting, hoping this Towns County defense can stop the Wildcats from scoring. Handoff goes directly up the left-hand side. It was a direct snap, and he pushes his way forward down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 6. And we are now hitting the 8-minute, 17-second mark remaining in this ball game. Shout out to Stuart Nichols, my color guy. I know he's probably, well, not probably, he is listening to this game on a cruise ship right now somewhere far away. And I know he's definitely enjoying what he's hearing so far, and I'm sure he's got a great view while he's doing it while tuning in to WJULradio.com. Here comes the handoff, and they will push their way forward. It's a direct snap handoff that goes into the end zone for 6. So 14-13 the score here. 7 minutes, 51 seconds to go, and the Wildcats are able to score on a direct handoff to number 2. He's done that all season. That is his 6th touchdown run of the season for Andrews. Landon White pushes his way into the end zone, and now we've got number 20, Martinez, coming out for the extra point to tie this. He missed his first extra point in this ball game. Can he do it here? Martinez gets set. 3 yards back from the spot of the snap. Back snap, and the Indians are going to stop him. So a huge play on special teams by the Indians. And Will Travis there to stop that play from happening. The snap holder was really awaiting to get that fumble and make a play on it. And it's 14-13. The Indians lead the Wildcats. We'll be right back with more football on 97.7 after this break.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Back with you here. I'm Chris Mathis, and here is the Wildcat kickoff after the touchdown, and here's the kick going to Will Travis along the right-hand side. Will Travis cuts back inside and is tripped up near the 33-yard line. A decent return by Will Travis from the spot of the catch, but a good start offensively for the Towns County Indians, starting at their own 33-yard line. We lead it 14-13. Kind of a saving grace there from preventing a tie was a bad snap by the Andrews Wildcats, and Towns County was able to swarm around that ball, and there was nowhere for the kicker to go with the football. And he's not used to handling a football. He's not going to know to just take off with it. That's got to be an awkward situation for a kicker, and that's exactly what happened. Will Travis got in his face, made the tackle, and it's 14-13. Your Indians lead here with 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this ball game. And a easy call there for the official. This has got to be an offsides on Andrews Wildcats. We wait to call, and it is exactly that. Trent Bradshaw went up to the line of scrimmage, was still looking over to the far side at his receiver, Will Travis, and then the defensive tackle wearing number 51 just jumps for the Wildcats. So that's a big start for this drive for the Towns County Indians, and Alan Gillis is still out there for Towns. He's had a great game, a great early season here in the 2018 campaign. Oh, these referees just went to signal off the wrong way. Not the way you want to do that. Sir, that's not the correct way to do that. And now they fix it after the crowd had a couple harsh words to say about that. You know how football fans can get, and that's exactly what happened there. Everybody did not like the way the official was going the opposite direction. So, 1st and 5 now, following the offsides. Towns County will have it at their 38-yard line. First and 5. Here comes Bradshaw. Looks left, dumps it off to the left side. That's the running back, gets up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 2 or 3 yards for Alan Gillis, who continues to be the bell cow back for the Towns County Indians this season. And tackled immediately there by a Wildcat defensive lineman. He's slow to get up, a little wobbly as well. Probably should come off, but he's going to sit in there and toughen this one out. That's number 52, Hunter Riquette, who made the tackle. And now it's 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and 3 for the Indians. Clock still ticking, down to 7 minutes, 8 seconds. We lead this one 14-13 in a close ball game. Here comes Bradshaw, takes a snap. Taking a play out of the Wildcats playbook there. They hand it off directly to the running back on the left side, Tyler Schwanger. And that's close. Forward progress might have been stopped at the 1st down marker. And the official signals for a Towns County 1st down. Nice play there by Tyler Schwanger in this Towns County offense. Give him a new fresh set of downs. Up by 1, 14-13. Crowd is still, I believe some people have started to come in even since we started off this ball game. This place is packed at the Frank McClure Stadium just behind the Towns County High School. So now Indians come out, shotgun formation. He's got Gillis to his right-hand side. Bradshaw takes a snap, dumps it off behind him to Gillis. Gillis trying to evade a defender. Takes this one out of bounds himself. I believe he saw the flag immediately. No chance of anything happening on that play. Flag down at the 47-yard line of Towns County. The way the officials threw the flag right there where almost a wide receiver would have been blocking, or an offensive lineman who came in to the near side, that's got to be a hold. And that's what they're going to call against Towns County. So Towns County crowd really happy that they're up 14-13. Not exactly happy with the 1-point lead. You're not sure how safe you feel about that. And correction, that was not just a hold. That one's going to cost them close to 15 yards. So now, clock still sitting at 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go. It will remain 1st down, but it is 1st down and over 20 yards. Here come the Towns County Indians. They come out, 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver far side. A running back in the backfield. Bradshaw rolling left, decides to flip it backwards to Alan Gillis, who pushes his way forward, and he loses a yard on the play. A nice tackle there by number 2, Landon White. And Landon White is a running back for these Wildcats, and he knows exactly what was going to happen on there. You give the ball to Gillis, he was going to go left side on almost a pitch play, and Landon White was there to tackle him for a loss of 1, maybe 2. So now, second down and long. It's second down and 25 for Towns County. Clock continues to tick down, though. That is good news. We're hitting the 5 minutes, 43 seconds mark. You'd like to score points here, go up by more than 1 point. But if not, I believe you can rely on the Towns County defense here in the second half. They played pretty well. Here comes Bradshaw, dropping back at the 19-yard line. Rolling left, no pressure, all the time in the world. And a nice throw along the sidelines. They're going to say he caught that ball. What a catch there. Not sure exactly who made that catch on the far sideline. But what a catch there. And that's Will Travis. The first time I've seen Will Travis catch the ball tonight. And that was a toe-dragging play there for Towns County along the sideline at the 35. Bradshaw had all the time in the world. Nobody got open. I think Will Travis saw that and tried to make a move himself. He goes outside and sits there kind of posted up, waiting for that throw to the sideline. And that's exactly what Will Travis got. Trent Bradshaw threw it over there, and now we're going to see a Towns County timeout, 14-13. The Indians lead the Wildcats. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Chris Math is back here in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia for more Towns County football, and the score 14-13. Your Indians lead here late in the fourth quarter. A little over 5 minutes. Third down and long. Bradshaw takes a snap, rolling right up to the 30-yard line. Chunks it across his body and almost caught by Will Travis. Will Travis laid out for that one, hit one of his hands. And a Wildcat defender come over there, tap Travis on the shoulder for that effort. That was maximum effort there by Will Travis laying out for that football. It goes incomplete. Fourth down now and 19 for Towns County. So Trent Bradshaw will come back to punt. He'll sit here about the 21-yard line of the Towns County Indians. And we'll have one more offensive lineman run out here for the Indians. Number 57 gets out here to help block on this punt, Jared Wiggins. And now Towns County in punt formation, up by 1 with just under 5 minutes. They're going to have to punt this ball from their own 21-yard line. Here's the snap. Punt goes deep, and fair catch is made at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Trailing by 1, the last possession, the Wildcats did score a touchdown. And it did get them back on the board to make it 14-13, a 1-point ball game. Towns County defense looked good until that final play. And now, being in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, this is a crucial drive for both teams. Wildcats on offense, the Indians on defense. This is a big drive. If Towns County can stop them here, I believe they can run down this clock and win this ball game. Just under 4 minutes. Right at 4 minutes, exactly. Here comes the snap. 1st and 10. Quarterback draw play right up the gut, and he goes nowhere. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, and the Indians' defense still fighting. I believe that's number 55, Wesley Calhoun, who got in there to initially make the contact. He was assisted there by his defensive end. And just a nice hang tackle there by the Towns County Indians. They're going to actually give him a yard. I thought the forward progress was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but, yard's not much. 2nd and 9 now for the Wildcats. Handoff goes directly up the middle and nowhere for him to go. Maybe one. Towns County swarming all over the place. Tyler Swanger teams up there with number 33 for a big defensive stop. Andrew Griffin saw that run play and did not want that to go any more than a yard, so it gets nowhere. 3rd down and roughly 8.5, 9 yards now for the Wildcats. It's 14-13. Your Towns County Indians lead here on the voice of the Indians. So now we have Tucker Holloway, 6'1" quarterback, weighs 145, the sophomore. He does it all here for Andrews. 3rd down and 8. Holloway in shotgun. They're running a trips left. Holloway rolling left. He's going to be sacked, and the ball comes loose. Did the Towns County Indians recover? No, the Wildcats did recover, but a sack there on 3rd and 8 by Towns County. Oh my goodness, the 3rd sack of the night for Towns County defense. And that was a nice sack there. I'm going to say that was 55 Calhoun with a sack, maybe assisted there by number 28 of the Towns County Indians, Reese Hampton. And now the Wildcats will come out here in punt formation. 4th and 12. Bad snap. Punt is fumbled. The punter picks up the ball, and he's going to be tackled there at the 15-yard line. A huge stop there for the Towns County Indians. Oh, my goodness. Tyler Swanger with a huge play there to stop the punter. So the play before that, Towns County gets a sack. The ball came loose. They recovered. The Wildcats recovered. Then the next play, a terrible snap to Wildcats punter. The punter picked up the ball, nowhere to go, and he is dropped immediately for a huge loss. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go here from the Frank McClure Stadium. 1st and 10 now for your Towns County Indians. We lead it 14-13 over the Wildcats of Andrews. Here's the snap. Bradshaw dumps it off to his running back. That's his tailback, Alan Gillis, who gets 3 yards. And they are going to stop him after a 2-yard gain, and that's going to be a timeout by Andrews Wildcats. We'll be right back here with more Towns County football on Lake 97.7 after this commercial break in 60 seconds. Chris Math is back here on Lake 97.7 WJUL, and your Towns County Indians are going to hand off the football to Alan Gillis running along the sidelines, and he is shoved just out of bounds, just shy of a touchdown. Alan Gillis continues to work wonders for this Towns County football team. He took a handoff to the left side, cut upfield, made one guy miss, then had one man to beat, and was just inches away from scoring another touchdown for this Indians offense. Alan Gillis, I had the pleasure of interviewing him earlier this week. He was disappointed in the game against Union, but he definitely wanted to look forward to this game tonight, and they've worked hard in practice. John Cornett is back for the Towns County Indians on the sideline. That is huge. And now Towns County has it 1st and goal. Clock goes down to 2 minutes, 25 seconds. 1st and goal from their own 1-yard line. What could happen here? The last time I saw this opportunity, Jake Parker in Hayesville took this one up the gut for a touchdown. That's not the case here. We've got 4 backs in the backfield. Here comes Trent Bradshaw. Bradshaw direct snap, up the gut, and did Trent Bradshaw find his way in for that touchdown? He did. The official says a Towns County Indian touchdown for Trent Bradshaw, who literally takes a snap and falls forward into the end zone. The Towns County Indians score once again. 21-13 to score. The scoreboard shows 21-13. It's an 8-point lead for your Towns County Indians. And wow, oh wow, Towns County came out to play here in the second half, making some tremendous plays on both sides of the ball. But great effort there by Alan Gillis running along the sideline to get a big first down, make it 1st and goal from the 1. And Trent Bradshaw gets a touchdown scramble directly up the gut. And here comes Wesley Calhoun, number 55, attempting the extra point to make this one a possibility of an 8-point ball game. So 20-13 the score shows now. Wesley Calhoun takes a delayed snap, and Calhoun's extra point is good. 21-13, your Towns County Indians lead the Wildcats of Andrews. Thank you for tuning in to 97.7. We'll be right back after 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
My, oh my, the Towns County's football team has come out here in the second half and came to play as they now lead the Wildcats 21-13. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remain. And a nice play by Alan Gillis sets up a first and goal from the 1. And Trent Bradshaw dove his way in for a Towns County touchdown, 21-13. Here comes Wesley Calhoun with a kickoff following the touchdown. And back deep to return is a return man who's number 12, and he muffles the punt or the kickoff, and he finally recovers it running sideways, and a tackle there by number 6, Will Travis, and a little bit of a scuffle there between a Towns County defender and a special teamer of the Andrews Wildcats. So now the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 from looks like their own 11-yard line. 1st and 10, a great play on special teams by Will Travis following once again, another fumble by a return man for Andrews. That's the 4th time I've seen Andrews fumble the football on a special teams play. 1st and 10 now. Andrews trailing 21-13 from their own 10-yard line. Here comes Holloway dropping back, firing right, and he's got a man who makes the catch on a nice 10-yard slant route. They're going to give him the first down. 1st and 10 now. The clock stops. Following a first down, like always, 2 minutes, 6 seconds remain. A nice catch there by number 3, who gets the first down, and that is Zach Shepard, 185 senior, making the catch. And we've got another timeout. I might just sit here with this one. A timeout taken here by Towns County, and the crowd is livid here. They are super excited with how well Towns County's played here in the second half. Alan Gillis started off things here in the third quarter with an 88-yard touchdown run that really boosted and energized this stadium. That's not the first time Alan Gillis has done that. Last week against Union County, Alan Gillis, 4th and 1, takes it 61 yards to the house. I'm telling you, this kid is the real deal. Tonight, 1st down and 10 from their own 12. Alan Gillis takes it 88 yards for a Towns County Indian touchdown. Towns County playing well on both sides of the ball now, but Andrews Wildcats, they're not going to go down without a fight. Holloway just completed a slant route pass to his receiver, who wears number 3, Shepard, and they got 11 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats, and they still remain huddled up with their head coach. Their head coach over there is James Phillips. He was happy with the way the first quarter went. Second quarter, he got a little nervous, and here in the second half, he's got to be very agitated with the way Towns County has responded to the score. So now trip set left-hand side, 3 receivers out wide, and 1 back in the backfield for Holloway. The Wildcats will take the snap, call a man in motion. Holloway standing there in the pocket. He's going to take a shot down the field. Will Travis with the coverage, and that's a pass interference on Will Travis. Will Travis had great coverage. I think that one would have went out of bounds, and the receiver made the catch. Is that number 8, Cody Mathis? I believe it is. Cody Mathis, he's a big target for Andrews. He wears number 8, 6'2", 185 senior. And he ran along the sideline, made the catch with Will Travis all in his face. Made the catch for the first down at the 49-yard line, and Travis got a pass interference penalty. So we'll see what that brings up. Will Travis would like to take that one back, but that's okay. The penalty is declined, but it will remain 1st and 10 now following the Cody Mathis reception for a first down. Andrews Wildcats running out of time here, 1:56. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. They're down 21-13 here on Lake 97.7, the voice of the Towns County Indians. Ball placed at their own 49-yard line. Once again, the same formation, trip set left. Here comes Holloway throwing it down the field. Another law pass. Trent Bradshaw comes over to play the ball, and luckily that one went out of bounds. Trent Bradshaw tried to play the ball, did not look back at the ball. If that would have been in bounds, it might have been a pass interference, but the ball was overthrown. Therefore, the official will not throw a flag on that. So now 2nd and 10 from their own 49. Andrews Wildcats looking to try to make this game interesting. They trail by 8, so even if they do score a touchdown here, they would have to go for a 2-point conversion, and that would be very difficult to do. 21-13 the score. First and 10, correction, second and 10 following the incomplete pass. Exact same formation, back-to-back plays now for Andrews. Here comes Holloway, looking left this time, flings it across the middle, and Gillis comes up to make a play, and the receiver had wide open grass if he would have brought that one in. He would have got a nice hit. He would have got licked there by the safety, Trent Bradshaw, but you got to bring that catch in. Shepard unable to do so. 3rd down and 10 following the incomplete pass. It was a little bit behind him, but Towns County still playing well here defensively. Haven't heard much from Garrett Oakes. They have not targeted his side whatsoever, and he is a playmaker. I'd like to see them test Garrett Oakes here, and Garrett Oakes take a interception here, which is definitely a possibility. 2-back set, running backs are going to be to his right and left. Now Holloway throwing it down the field, flinging this one up, and that was an incomplete pass thrown well short of his receiver, Cody Mathis, and that will bring up 4th and 10. Mathis turned around on a flat route, was expecting the ball right there in the breadbasket, and it was underthrown by 3 yards. Mathis looks over there a little disappointed in that throw by Holloway. So now Andrews will take a timeout. 21-13, Towns County leads Andrews, and we only have 1:38 seconds to go, so I'm going to stick here with you guys on this one. And this place is still packed. I know all the fans here at Towns County are excited. If Towns County can hang on to this 8-point lead, this is their first win at home in the 2018 season. And I know this was a big night for the homecoming court, as runner-up for homecoming queen was Miss Taylor Cornett. So congratulations to Taylor Cornett, runner-up for Towns County's homecoming queen. And crowned the homecoming queen was Miss Ella Burry. So congratulations to Ella Burry, the 2018 Towns County High School homecoming queen. And as you know, as of last night, Trent Bradshaw got named the homecoming king at the bonfire that Towns County held at 7:30. And tonight they did honor him. They gave him his crown, and him and Burry went out at the 50-yard line and took their picture. So congratulations to Burry and Bradshaw for being selected as the homecoming queen and king. So now, 4th down and 11. Biggest play of the night so far for Andrews. 1:38, 21-13 the score. Here comes Andrews. Holloway dropping back, dumps it off over the middle, and he's got an open 1st down, cuts inside to the outside now, running down to the 20-yard line, 15-10, 5. Finally pushed out of bounds. No, he will score a touchdown. Are you kidding me? On 4th down and 11. Oh, my goodness. What a play there by Andrews. You got to give him credit for that play. No quit, but Towns County would have liked to take that one back. 21-19 the score. I thought he almost ran out of bounds, but he did not. Number 2 with a touchdown, and now the officials are huddled up here about the 3-yard line. Something happened. And this could be big. I'm hearing a chance of excessive celebration following the touchdown. That would make this 2-point conversion that much more difficult for the Wildcats if that is the case. My, oh my, roughly a 41-yard touchdown score for the Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina. It was basically a fade route across the middle to the tight end, and he made the catch. That was number 2 who made the catch, Landon White. So 21-19 the score, and we're still waiting the officials' call here. The pylon in the end zone is knocked over. They have not picked it up. And that penalty is going against Andrews. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for excessive celebration following the touchdown. I'm not sure if they're going to add that to the 2-point conversion distance to the goal, or if that will be assessed to the kickoff. We're all hoping up here in the press box that this one goes on the conversion opportunity that the Wildcats are about to have. 21-19, 1:26 to go. Towns County leading the Wildcats, and this has been a great ball game. A little sloppier than you would have liked, but it come down to a big ball game for both teams. 21-19, this is a lot closer than I imagined, and that excessive celebration will be against the Wildcats, and that's going to hurt here on this 2-point conversion try. Towns County needs, obviously, watch out for the pass. Obviously, they're going to have it from their 18-yard line. The Wildcats have to get this here to tie this ball game with 1:25. Wildcats have it. This is a 2-point conversion try, and the Wildcats look over to the sideline, and they will take a timeout. 21-19 to score. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Chris Mathis back here with you, the voice of the Towns County Indians, and this is probably the biggest play of the night. It's a 2-point conversion try here from the Towns County Indians 18-yard line. They have to get this. The Wildcats need to convert here to tie this game at 21. 21-19, the Indians lead. Here's a snap. Holloway's getting blitzed. He still throws it up, and it is broken up, almost caught, and the Indians have just shut down the 2-point conversion try. Are you kidding me? What a play there defensively by the Indians defensive backs. They break up the pass. My, oh my, that was a huge play. So now the Andrews Wildcats will get to kick this off. You assume they're going to come out here with an onside kick formation. Down by 2, 21-19. You got to have your hands team out here if you're Towns County on the kickoff. But my, oh my, I mean, you saw Holloway drop back at the 20-yard line. He sat there for a good minute, good second and a half, and then the defensive end for Towns County really blitzed him hard, and he had to just throw that ball up and throw it up with a prayer. And that ball was underthrown. The defensive back for Towns County played the ball well, knocked it away. It was batted up in the air, and luckily it falls to the ground incomplete. So looking at the scoreboard now, 1:26, 21-19, Towns County leads here on the voice of the Indians over the Andrews Wildcats. Now you're going to expect an onside kick here, and Towns County Indians are expecting that. They press everybody up as close as they can to that logo at midfield. First line team is going to be at the 45. Moving up actually to the 49-yard line, and kicking off will be the quarterback, Tucker Holloway. He does it all here. He's kind of like a Trent Bradshaw. Tucker Holloway places the ball on the tee, and now the Indians need to fall on this football. They're going to do an onside kick here, chance to get the ball back. And the Indians need to step back from the line. That would have been offsides on the kickoff. Here comes Holloway. Quick pooch kick right side. And they're going to have to fall on it. It's loose. It's a loose football. Does it get landed on by a Towns County special teamer? And they do. Number 88 able to fall on the ball. Trevor Bradley hit him right in the hands. He dropped the ball, and then the Wildcat special teamers, the Gunners, able to come over there and make a play, and Bradley was able to recover that football for your Towns County Indians. 1st and 10. We lead this one 21-19 over the Andrews Wildcats. And now Towns County, you can expect them just to run out this clock. No timeouts remaining for the Wildcats whatsoever. 21-19. Towns County playing a full committee backfield, and this is obviously going to be a knee for Trent Bradshaw, and he does. He'll step back to the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 12. Clock continues to tick. Don't forget, guys, you can check out this game on Windstream Channel 4 cable television on Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m., or you can also search Windstream Entertainment on YouTube to watch that game Monday night, hopefully. And it will have the commentary from myself as well as the videography of tonight's ball game. So it's a full production, and it's going to be awesome to watch. So if you support Towns County Indians and you want to see this close ball game, you need to watch that on Windstream. Here's a snap. Bradshaw takes another knee. Clock goes to 40 seconds. Crowd is starting to clear out here. They feel content as now it's 3rd down and 14 for Towns County from their own 34-yard line. And the Wildcats look in disbelief now. They played a pretty solid ball game. Down the stretch, they missed 2 extra points, missed a 2-point conversion. That's a huge game changer there. Andrews wishes they could have their special team moments back, and they cannot. And that will do it. The Wildcats walk over to the sideline. Towns County shakes some hands. And your Towns County Indians win this one Clock goes down to 3, 2, 1, and the Indians prevail over the visiting Wildcats of Andrews, North Carolina, 21-19 in a huge game. Wow. I'm sorry Stuart Nichols was not here to witness this ball game. This came down to the wire. If he's tuning in on a TuneIn app or WJULradio.com, I know you want to see this ball game, Stuart. That was awesome. 21-19. The Towns County Indians now move on to 2 wins, 1 loss. They beat Hayesville opening week. They lose to Union County last week. Now they beat the Wildcats of Andrews at home for their first home win, 21-19. Let's do a quick recap for this ball game. So, first quarter, Andrews answered first with a Gavin Wilson 3-yard touchdown run to make it 7-0. Then, second quarter, Alan Gillis caught a reception out of the backfield, taking it 31 yards to the house to make it 7-6. Towns County actually missed an extra point. Third quarter there, to start off the third quarter, Alan Gillis, none other than Alan Gillis, did it again for this Indian football team. 88-yard touchdown run. My, oh my, that put them up 14-6 over the Wildcats. In the fourth quarter, Andrews able to enter back with a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 14-13. They missed the extra point once again. Actually, correction, they did not. Just 14-13. They did not go for 2. Then, there in the fourth quarter, Trent Bradshaw takes the snap, dives over the goal line, and finds his way in for 6 points. Towns County gets the extra point to make it 21-13. And then one of the craziest plays of the night was actually in favor of Andrews. The Wildcats threw a quick seam pass over the middle to their tight end, who's wearing number 2, Landon White. And he takes it to the house for a 41-yard touchdown play on, I believe it was third down. I want to say it was a third down conversion. And that was big for Andrews. They had a chance to tie the ball game. And probably one of the worst decisions the Wildcats have had all season. Excessive celebration in the end zone, setting them up for a second try at the 2-point conversion, and they had to start off at the 18-yard line. Instead of the 3-yard line, they started off at the 18 due to that excessive celebration. Towns County played good defense on that 2-point conversion. Tucker Holloway, the quarterback for Andrews, tried to throw left, threw a bad ball, and the Towns County Indians are victorious 21-19 on the Towns County High School big night. It's 2018 homecoming court. Congratulations to this Towns County football team. Congratulations to the king, Trent Bradshaw, the queen herself. Ella, thank you for tuning in to Lake 97.7 WJUL. I'll be with you once again on WJUL Radio next Friday as we will travel to a faraway destination. It's going to be George Walton Academy. Over 2 hours we'll have to catch you next Friday. Thanks for tuning in to 97.7 WJUL, the voice of the Towns County Indians.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.